welcome back to my channel. It's Salla here. Today I'm working with this prompt, Black and White, which is number 24 from Junk Journal July UK. I have taken 2 sheets printed on 1 page from Be Happy Stationery's Hail Herbology Kit. Remember, this prompt is really simple to make. You can take any printables you have and print them on black and white, and that's your materials right there. But just pay attention. If the images you are printing are low contrast, they won't show as well as some higher contrast images. So just keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with this. I'm actually going to use this, but if you want contrast, that's something you want to look for. I have also brought in some white lace, black pen, some PET tape, just some random stuff. Oh, can you hear the thunder? It's storming here. But yeah, I also have some black and white washi tape. So at least those I think I'm going to use. Maybe some stamps, but I really don't think I'm going to bring in some, so I haven't taken anything here yet. Also, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to make a spread or if I'm going to put them on the pockets from my last page here. We'll see. It's going to be a surprise for you and a surprise for me. Let me think about this for a minute, and then it's time to get crafting. Alright, I've got myself a plan. I just jumped in to explain it first. I decided to start with these bed tape pieces. I cut them out already, and I'm going to put them on place off camera because I don't want to make you watch all that. But I'm just making this kind of like, it looks like an ad or maybe something like that. It will show on the other side like this, but I decided that it doesn't really bother me. The text will be upside down and or wrong way around and so on, but that's fine. I have the floating pocket there anyway, so it's going to cover most of it. Anywho, that's the plan. Now let's get back to actual crafting. After I got my bed tapes glued down, I started working on my page. I decided to take it out completely to make it a little bit easier for myself, and then I picked this square element from the kit. It was a little bit too high to be a pocket like that, so I decided to cut it down a little bit. At first I thought I would cut it in half, but I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened. I guess I miscalculated or something, and they weren't even, so I just decided to cut the bigger piece down a little bit, which is also good for the design I had in mind, because I'm making 2 pockets, and this way there was more room on the page to actually put things inside the pockets and more space to have the things I put in the pockets kind of like hang off from the top. Then, to add a little interest, I decided to make some squiggly lines to each edge of my pockets. I could have punched thumb holes or something like that, but I decided not to do that this time. Then it was time to put them on the page. I kept the original design, which was having the bottle at the bottom and then the butterfly on the top. And I forgot what I was doing, so I put glue where it's not supposed to be. Again, getting messy with the glue. There's kind of like starting to be a pattern. I think this is my third video where I mentioned that, so so I guess there can't be two without the third. I hope this is it. So this page is fairly simple. It really doesn't take much. There you can see I was struggling a little bit with the bottom pocket, but I managed to get it open. The kit included this little bookmark with I really can't remember what the thing is called in English, but whatever it is called, I decided to cut it off the page and use it as a piece of ephemera or just a tiny fuzzy cut piece element of interest on that piece that I'm making or building some layers on. I felt like it needed a little bit more, so I brought in some washi tape in black and white, like the theme is. Then I took that toadstool, I guess, whatever mushroom that is, I can't remember anymore, and the screen is tiny. But I put that in the corner, and that first pocket filler was done. The elements that I'm building my clusters or scenes or the elements that I'm decorating here, they are from Sandra's kit, Hell Herbology, and they are they have the collaged look already, so I'm just building on top of that. This is one of the smaller ones, so I just took the small bookmark piece that I had left after I had fuzzy cut the element out of it. I took a piece of that, then added some washi tape and a butterfly, and the second pocket filler was done. Then I wanted to add the prompt on this page, but before I did, I also wanted to add some lace. At first I thought I would put it on the bottom edge of the page, but I decided to put it on the side instead. There we go. I just glued it on and then I left the glue to dry for a bit before working towards finishing the page. I decided to take the leaf that I had printed black and white along with the other elements I'm using here. Just glued it on the pocket and then put the prompt black and white on top of it. This is a fairly simple page, and obviously it's probably not as striking as it would be on a lighter black and white page, because I decided to leave the background the way it was, and it's just regular page from the kit. And honestly, that was maybe not a mistake, but I would have probably been able to bring these pockets up a little bit more if I would have chosen otherwise. And I did add the butterfly and I believe also some washi tape to the bottom pocket as well. Then, like I said in the beginning, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to make a spread or build up some pocket fillers for my previous page. So I'm doing both. Here I'm taking one of the bigger elements and one of the smaller elements and layering those on top of each other to simply bring in more layers. I also took some washi tape and put them on the background of the smaller piece. Then I put the smaller piece down. There we go. And then just layered a butterfly on top of it. I also wanted to bring some contrast because even though the butterfly is showing quite well, the background is quite light. So I added some stitching. I'm not sure how well it shows for you. I really should remember to bring the pieces that I finish closer to the camera when I'm finished doing them, or at least in the end when I go through stuff. But for some reason I never quite remember to do so. Shame on me. Well, we'll live and we learn. Here I'm adding the second layer of stitching, so I did one around the smaller element and then one around the bigger element. Why stop at one when you can make two? Or at least that's what I thought here, and started building the second pocket filler. This time I added a small piece of lace, also some pieces of the same book page, or not book page, bookmark from the kit that I've been using here, and I just used that as an additional layer on my cluster here. Then I glued down the lace really loosely, and then it was time to put on this a smaller element. It's really easy to work with this. There are so many options. They're fun, I think. I don't think I didn't use the mushroom postal stamp like I thought I would at first, but I felt like the butterfly alone wouldn't be enough, so again I took some washi tape just to bring in some interest and then glued the butterfly on top of that. This time I went with the squiggly lines, and I didn't stop at the small layer and the big layer, or the small and big elements, but I also went around some other elements on my little pocket filler here. I think doodling is just a fun way to bring in some contrast for these, and also I find it extremely relaxing. So it's just something fun. There we go. I'm almost done. I also doodled the butterfly this time around. I just couldn't stop once I started, I guess. There we go. Still a few details to add. Then I put it in the pocket. Couldn't decide which one. There we go. And then I just clipped this onto my page. There we go. So let's see what I made today. I filled most of this pocket thingy. I think I said yesterday it has 4 pockets. It only has 3, but that's how I think I said it. Then I made these 2 pocket fillers, or these could be also embellishments on a journal cover or journaling card or greeting card or tag or whatever, or wherever you would like to put them. Then on my actual spread I used the bed tape on this see-through page. Let's see. Yeah, it shows through a little bit, but it's not too it doesn't trouble me that much. And then I made these 2 pockets here with more pocket fillers. I hope you enjoyed my video for today. If so, I also hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.